Welcome back to JJ Central's DIY channel. Today we're going to be addressing the most annoying issue with a Volvo C40 or a XC40 or any other Volvos, I assume, which is the rear camera. If you notice the rear camera here, the view is tilted down to look at the bumpers, which means you can't reverse using this properly. To make it worse, the actual visibility in this car through the rear window is almost none. It's pretty bad. So you rely on the rear camera to fix that, to drive backward. And whenever you reverse, you end up looking down and not knowing what's happening behind that. There's a road behind that you can't even see. Let's see how we can fix this. And thanks to a whole bunch of people at Reddit who came up with the solution, I'll show you how to do that and give proper credit to them as well. Right, let's get started. Before we get started on the project, I think it's ideal, I'm not 100% sure, but to turn the car off so that when we pull out the electronics, it doesn't put out any error codes. I don't think this is necessary, but let's just do it anyway. I have a C40 here, same for the XC40 as well. And if you notice, the rear camera is way tucked down below there, pointing down from that level to the ground, which doesn't give you a visibility back all the way. So how do we fix this? Let's take a look at that. So what I have here is two 3D printed wedges, basically. One side is really thin, the other side is slightly thick. So by adding this, we can make an angle difference, and by adding two of these, hopefully we can make even a bigger angle. So let's see how we can do that. As you can see, this whole rear camera housing is just held with two Torx T25 bits, and that's the T25 right about that size. Right, let's take these two screws off. Pretty simple. You can use a power tool or just use a regular screwdriver head for the Torx T25. That's the only tool you need. Okay, once it's out, it should fall apart, or it may get stuck a little bit the first time, and you just wiggle it around. Make sure these clips are intact. You know, they have to go clip into here. As you can see, there are two wires connected to here, two connectors. We need to remove them. First one, press the top here, and that should come right off. Okay, and the second one, a little tricky. You have to press both sides, and it's right here, as you can see. Inside here, and the other side, opposite side as well. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's a little hard. Let me do it off camera. And that's how it comes off. Okay. Both sides, squeeze and pull. The idea here is, you know, since the camera is kind of inward, and it's not, these things are blocking it mostly. So we are trying to put a spacer in here with these 3D printed wedges and kind of increase the angle to see if that'll help. So that is basically what we're going to do, and I want to give credit to these people. I saw this on Reddit, and Jason Russian, who also has a Reddit account, JRussianX I believe, has graciously shared the printables.com 3D files.stl and .f3d, and what that does, and he already created, so all you're doing is downloading that and then uploading that to treatstock.com, and then a bunch of people who with 3D printers can bid on it and basically say, hey, I'll print this for $10, $15, whatever it is. So you pick the cheapest one possible and what color you want. I picked to the color of my car. You could do just gray to match this housing. Either way, pretty easy process. This file is already there in printables.com by that user. So go download that, put it in here, and purchase it for $10 to $20 range. All right, and now let's see how this works. I found something really interesting. I put the two spaces properly as it's supposed to meet the shape, but it wasn't doing anything. It was making it worse. It was putting the steeper angle facing down more. Then it dawned on me, shouldn't we like increasing the front more? So I did this, just flipped it to see if it'll work. So put the thicker side on the lip here and put the thinner side inward. What that does is basically moves this slightly outward, making the camera angle better. Now let's go inside and see. And here it is. Look at that difference. Wow. Now I can see the road. Remember, it was cutting off right at that wheel of that car. It's clearly a better view with those spacers reversed. So what does that tell me? That I need to make my own 3D wedge to accommodate this. And also I'm going to contact Jason Rushin and ask him if he could modify. All we need to do is flip it, put the thickness on the back and thin stuff on the longer side instead of what his file is presenting currently. I'm also suspecting that particular file he uploaded could be for a different Volvo recharge, maybe XC60 or something. I don't know at this point. I will verify and I'll give an update as well. If you're wondering if the 3D stuff works as well from the top view, 360 degree, it does. It does seem to properly stitch the image, even if I drive the car a little bit. There's no problem in that, and I don't feel like that is an issue at all. As you can see, you can't even tell if the spacer is here or not. But when you throw the car in reverse, it clearly makes a difference in the angle. See how nice and pointing up it is? You can actually drive easier by looking at this camera now. So that's how it is fixed. I did contact the actual designer of that 3D file. He said this is the way it's supposed to go, so I'm assuming that is how it's go. But I still want to see if I could make one with that would mate exactly the shape of that, and we'll eventually upload that file. Okay, for now this works. So this is the solution for C40, XC40 and all the Volvos with the less visibility in the back. Okay, here you go. Thanks for watching. Yep. So if you want to subscribe or support me by hitting a like, please do so, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.